Hello, everyone. Welcome to our EVAL information session. We are still having folks joining us, so we'll give it one more minute until we get started. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started with some housekeeping, and that will give folks a few more minutes to join. Hello, everyone. My name is Alexandra Everett. I'm a program manager at Forth. Today, we will be discussing a new program that Forth launched in October called the Electric Vehicle Adoption Leadership Certification. So, before we get started, just a few housekeeping announcements. This information session will be recorded, and the recording and the slides will be shared with all attendees after the call. If you have any questions that come up during the presentation, please put them in the attendee chat, and we'll have a Q&A at the end. If we run out of time and don't get to your question, we will definitely follow up with you, and we will still answer your question. When the meeting ends, you will also be directed to a quick short survey. We will really appreciate if you could take that and tell us what you thought of the information session so we can continue to improve these since we are hosting them bi-weekly. So just to do a quick introduction about Forth. Forth is a nonprofit organization based in Portland, Oregon. Our mission is to electrify transportation by bringing people together to create solutions that reduce barriers to access and reduce pollution. Forth has 5 key focus areas, including access to cars, access to charging, emerging modes, so electric school buses and farm equipment, policy, and our events and partnerships. Now, to really get into the reason why you are all here today, what is EVAL? EVAL is a Department of Energy funded workplace charging certification program that provides technical assistance and recognition to organizations that support the adoption of clean transportation. EVAL certification distinguishes businesses for the sustainable actions they make. There are 4 tiers of the EVAL certification that are based on the amount of points that an organization receives when they fill out their EVAL application. And those tiers are bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And you can see the point breakdown below. So, what are we trying to achieve with the certification? Our goal is to execute a nationwide workplace charging program consisting of education, outreach, and technical assistance activities that enable a large scale increase in workplace charging. Over the next year, our objective is to recognize and certify over 5,000 work sites throughout the United States and also to catalyze 20,000 port installations at workplaces. I want to acknowledge that the certification was developed in collaboration with a number of industry stakeholders to get insight and feedback to ensure that decisions are not made in a silo. Our project advisory group, as well as our lead partners, Plug in America, Electrification Coalition, and EV have played an integral part in designing the program to ensure the certification meets the needs of employers. We're also working with many different implementation partners throughout the country who are helping us spread the word to employers. And a full list of all of our partners will be available on the EVAL website for your reference. So in case you hear from Forth, EV Clean Cities Coalition, you will know that we're all part of the same effort. Many of them are also on the call today, and they will be helping answer questions in the chat as well. So now getting into the nitty-gritty of EVAL, let's talk about eligibility. Employers of all different industries and sizes, including state, local, and tribal government entities, community-based organizations, and nonprofits are eligible to apply. So pretty much when in doubt, you're eligible. However, there are two exclusions. Home offices and organizations that provide charging for fleet vehicles exclusively are not eligible to apply. Getting into the certification process, it was really designed to be straightforward and intuitive. So you'll create an account and register your organization by completing some key information, including about you, so your email, your phone number, about your role, what is your title, what do you do at the organization, and then about the organization itself, the size, number of work sites you have, etc. Then you'll add a worksite that you would like to certify and apply for the EVAL certification by filling out the questionnaire. And I'll note that the EVAL certification certifies each individual worksite or office location. So it's not an employer based certification. For example, if you have multiple worksites throughout the country and three of them have a workplace charging program or chargers available, you will need to certify each location individually. If you need any help with that, Fourth is happy to help and help you get those submitted. You'll have access to digital tools and resources and templates to help you successfully create a workplace charging program or to help you navigate the certification questions. And as I just mentioned, please connect with Fourth or any of our partners for additional information or support. When you're all done, you'll submit your application, which will be reviewed by Fourth. We may reach out to you if we have some additional questions or need some clarity on something. And then finally, you will receive your certification and you'll get recognized. Now, diving into the certification itself. Employers gain certification points by filling out a questionnaire that assesses their efforts toward promoting clean transportation at their workplaces and supporting their employees to travel sustainably. The certification is made up of 5 sections. So, Section 1 really focuses on employee engagement and understanding employee e-mobility needs. Section 2 focuses on planning and evaluation, so think conducting site assessments and such. Section 3 centers e-mobility incentives. And this category really allows employers who do not own their parking facilities or who are not able to influence their parking um, facilities to still reach a certification level and get certified. Section 4 is our largest section, of course, focused on EV chargers and their accessibility to the employees. And finally, Section 5 is a very short section with just 2 questions that really focuses on your sustainability leadership through innovative and regional programs. And these are kind of more open-ended questions for you to share with us what you're doing that's really cool and unique. As I mentioned, Fourth has developed a variety of resources to help employers get started on building the workplace charging program. This includes webinars, template surveys, different forms. We also have a directory of local providers and installers available, best practices, and educational resources. And Fourth and all of our partners are also available to answer any of your questions or to help you through the application process. As an EVAL certified employer, you will receive a variety of perks and recognition, including a certificate, multimedia promotion from Fourth and our partners, opportunity to participate in an EVAL roundtable work group, and of course, a spotlight on our EVAL website. And now I think the question that everyone is wondering about, how much does it cost? The EVAL certification will be free for the first year until November 2024. EVAL is also a one-time certification, so it does not require a recertification at a later time, unless an organization wishes to recertify a site if they received a gold or below at a later time. If the recertification happens after 2024, we will ask for a fee. If it happens within this free year, you can recertify at no cost. And really, I want to clarify that our goal in implementing a no fee structure for this first year is to really celebrate and reduce barriers for early adopters of the of the certification. So, if it sounds too good to be true, I promise there's no catch. If you get certified this year, you will not be faced with a surprise fee or membership or anything like that. And if it sounds like something you're interested in, I really encourage you to reach out, get in touch with us, and let us help you get certified. When you go and begin your application, you will see that there's no requirement to upload supporting documents when you fill out the questionnaire. However, to ensure quality control and compliance, Fourth has implemented a systematic sampling auditing process. So, a fourth team member will reach out to you to request some additional supporting information for review to ensure that it meets all the requirements. And now, before we get into our Q&A, I also wanted to highlight a complimentary program, Charge at Work, which provides tools, resources, and technical assistance for those workplaces looking to install EV chargers by connecting them to incentives, helping them create site plans, and offering free site assessments. And this is also a free brand agnostic program that seeks to support employers through the installation process. Charge at Work and EVAL are both US Department of Energy funded complementary programs that are just really aimed to increase workplace charging through technical support and national recognition. Now, what's next? We are looking for partners to use, customize, and promote the platform, and for employers to reach out and get certified. If you're interested in certifying your organization or know someone who might, please get in touch with us. If you're not quite ready to pursue a certification, you can still demonstrate your commitment to electric transportation at the workplace by signing the Charge at Work pledge. Okay, I know that was a very quick overview of the certification, but I wanted to leave us the most of the time for Q&A. So if folks have any questions, please take a few seconds to type them up in the chat. My colleague, Brittany Breen, will be helping me facilitate some of the Q&A as well. And if our partners are here and are looking forward to answering some questions, feel free to type those in the chat as well.
Okay, looks like we have a question that just came in. What kind of recognition do I get if I sign the eval pledge?
That's a great question. So there's tiers of different recognition that you receive based on the tier of certification. So, for example, for our platinum folks, they will on the eval website they will get their logo placed. They will also get a little blurb about them and a link to their website. And for example, if they're a bronze, they will only have a logo. Some other certification benefits include the eval working group, a discount to our roadmap conference, um, and for platinum folks, there will be a case study that Fourth will work on it with them and get that published and available for other folks as well. So just as many things as we can do to recognize you and elevate your organization. We'll also have a table of those resources or of those recognition benefits available on the website soon.
Okay, and we have another question. Can you describe the technical assistance you'll be providing?
Yeah, so for fourth, the technical assistance will really be focused mostly on answering questions about workplace charging. So if you want to know how to get started, what are some first steps, that's what we can walk you through. We can also help you through the application process itself. If you're really looking for more intense support, like a site assessment or a site plan, that's where I would refer you to our sister complementary program, Charge at Work, where they can offer that support as well. So those two really go hand in hand. So hopefully that answers your question, George.
And then Lisa had the question, so if a company certifies in year one and is below gold and then wants to advance to a higher level, will there be a fee or no fee to advance to higher levels?
Yeah, that's a great question, Lisa. So, if you get, let's say, silver this year, you certify tomorrow, you get silver, and in 2 years, you really revamped your workplace charging program, you put in more chargers, and you would like to recertify, there will be a fee to recertify because it will put you outside of this 1 year span. If you certify tomorrow, you get silver, and in 6 months you install more chargers, and would like to recertify, it will be free. So if you recertify within this year, it will be free. I hope that clarifies it.
Okay, and then Brandon asked, how does my organization gain the most points possible so I can get platinum status?
Ooh, that's a great question. So, um, because our section 4, the one about chargers, is our largest section, it has the most points in it. Having chargers at your workplace, making sure they're networked, that they have ADA compliance, that they have great signage and lighting, all of those things will get you a lot of points. However, there are certain criteria that are also a little more weighted in terms of questions. So, really making sure that your employees are engaged and the program that you're putting in place really reflects the needs of your employees and not just putting a blanket workplace charging program in place that may not necessarily meet the needs of your employees. I'll also note, Brandon, we will have all the certification questions and the points available on our website soon. So anyone who's interested in pursuing the certification can review those in advance, gather all the information that they need. So when they do start the application, it's really quick and straightforward.
Okay, then it looks like Brandon had a follow-up question. What advantage do I have by signing up now as compared to signing up after November 2024? What will the requirements be to to certify after November 2024?
Yeah, great question. Brandon coming through with all the great questions. The biggest advantage to signing up now is that it will be free. You will not have any fees associated with this unless, again, you wish to recertify after November 2024. Um, Another big advantage I would say is that you're an early adopter of the certification. So this year, you will get a lot more promotion and elevation of your organization than potentially you might in 2024, just because we might have more employers that we've reached by that year. So everyone will get one shout out versus this year. We're still getting employers engaged and getting the program in front of them. So we'll talk about the same employer a lot more often.
Okay, and then Lisa wanted to know what the fee will be to certify after November 2024.
Um, we do not have an answer for that quite yet. There's a lot of things to consider in terms of employer size, organization size, how many employees you have. So we do not have an idea of what the fee will be. I will tell you it will be reasonable. It won't be, if anyone is familiar with the LEED certification, that is a quite expensive certification. So it won't be as out of reach, I would say. But we're also gathering information from employers as to what they think would be a fair price for a certification like this. So, Lisa, if you have any suggestions or recommendations, would be happy to have a follow up conversation and see what you think.
All right, and the next question was, can I get additional points for also helping to be an advocate for this program? I'd like to promote the program to other companies/organizations that I know.
Mm. So you will not get additional points for being an advocate of the program. The certification questions are all set in the system. However, you as an advocate of the program will also get a lot of recognition and shout outs and elevation of your organization for just being involved. These are great questions, everyone. Thank you. We'll give you all a couple of more minutes to think of any questions and type them out. And I'll just remind everyone that after this information session, you'll be prompted to a survey. So if you could fill that out so we can keep improving and doing better on these info sessions, that would be really great. Also, just a plug that we will be doing these every 2 weeks. They're all listed on our eval website. So if you had to hop off early, you can view another one. If you think a colleague or another friend might benefit from listening to this, you can send them to sign up to the next one. And we'll also share the recording as well. Any other questions? Okay, well, we have our contact form on our website. We also have our email, which is eval@fourthmobility.org. So feel free to reach out if you think of any questions today or later down the line.
Looks like
I just Go ahead, Brittany.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say it looks like one more came in. Is there a space on the app to indicate what implementation partner assisted?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't think we have that uh, exclusively called out. We do have on the onboarding question, there's a question on how did you hear about the program? And there's a field called other. So you could potentially put the implementation partner that assisted you in that field. Um, if we see this comment more and more often, we can include that specifically in the onboarding questionnaire so we can see who's engaging with our implementation partners and vice versa. Okay, wow. Well, time flies when you're having fun. Thank you so much for all the wonderful questions. Um, Really excited to see some certifications and employers start engaging with the platform. Um, please let us know if you have any questions, and we're here and we're happy to help and available with anything that you might need help with. Um, and I'll just say, feel free to go to the eval website and start poking around and looking at it, and also the Charge at Work website as well. Their project builder tool is really great and a really robust resource. And like I said, free to log in and use. So encourage everyone to check it out as well. And one quick pro tip for everyone on the call, you can get 1 point for signing the Charge at Work pledge. It's a no commitment pledge just to show your support of workplace charging. And you can also get another point for logging into the Project Builder tool and utilize and see what it's all about. So if you're interested, you can get started on those first and then start the eval certification. And with that, I'll say a final thank you for everyone for taking some time today to join us on this call. Reach out to us if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you all soon. Thank you, everyone.